You are driving down the highway, and suddenly, your oil pressure gauge drops to absolutely zero. Your heart stops. You pull over immediately, hands shaking, thinking your legendary 5.3-liter engine just blew up on you. But before you call a tow truck, and before you let a dealership rob you blind, pull up a chair and listen to me very carefully. Your engine is probably fine, but your instrument cluster is a ticking time bomb. Welcome back to the garage. If you own a 2003 to 2006 Chevy Silverado, you own a fantastic truck. But General Motors made one catastrophic mistake inside the cabin. The instrument cluster, every single gauge on your dash. The speedometer, the tachometer, the fuel gauge, and the oil pressure gauge is controlled by a tiny, cheap plastic part called a stepper motor, and they are all guaranteed to fail. When they fail, your speedometer might get stuck at 100 miles per hour while you are parked. Your fuel gauge will tell you the tank is full when you're running on fumes. And the dealership, they love it when this happens. I am going to give you the mechanic secrets to fix this nightmare without getting scammed. Trick number 1, do not panic and do not replace the engine. When that oil pressure gauge drops to zero, it is terrifying. But 9 times out of 10, it is not the oil pump. It is the stepper motor behind the gauge, or the oil pressure sending unit at the back of the engine block. Before you spend thousands of dollars, plug an OBD2 scanner into your truck, or hook up a mechanical oil pressure gauge to verify the real pressure. If the engine sounds quiet and there is no ticking, your engine is safe. It is just the dash lying to you. Trick number 2, the great dealership scam. When you take a Silverado with a crazy dashboard to the dealer, they will look you dead in the eye and tell you that the entire cluster is fried and cannot be repaired. They will quote you $600 to $1,000 for a brand new unit per each street, plus labor. This is a complete lie. The circuit board is usually perfectly fine. The only things that are broken are the cheap $5 stepper motors soldered to the board. Do not buy a whole new cluster, but replacing them requires a specific technique, which brings us to trick number 3. Welcome back. Trick number 3 is the $15 fix that mechanics don't want you to know about. If you have a basic understanding of how to use a soldering iron, you can fix this yourself on your kitchen table. You can buy a complete set of upgraded stepper motors online for less than $20. Taking the cluster out of the Silverado takes less than 10 minutes. You just pop the dash bezel off, remove 4 screws, and unplug it. Once it is out, you take off the clear plastic cover, gently pull the needles off, and flip the board over. Trick number 4, the desoldering trap. If you decide to tackle this repair yourself, you have to be incredibly careful with the circuit board. The biggest mistake guys make is using too much heat and ripping the copper contact pads right off the board. If you rip those pads off, then your cluster really is garbage. Use a good quality desoldering pump or copper wick. Take your time and gently remove the old solder. Drop the new upgraded stepper motors in, apply fresh solder, and you just saved yourself $800. And while you have that cluster open on your workbench, I am going to give you a bonus secret. Trick number 5, the lighting upgrade. The factory incandescent bulbs inside the Silverado cluster run very hot. and they burn out constantly. Say, leaving dark, unreadable spots on your dashboard at night. Since you already have the cluster apart to do the stepper motors, this is the exact moment to upgrade those bulbs. For a few extra dollars, you can solder in high-quality LED lights. They run cool, they draw less power, and they will literally outlast the truck. Why, it modernizes the entire look of the interior and makes it incredibly easy to read at night. So there you have it. A crazy dashboard doesn't mean your truck is dead, and it doesn't mean you have to go broke at the dealership. Now, you have a working dashboard, and you know how to save your transmission. But what if your 4L60E is already starting to slip? If you haven't bulletproofed your transmission yet, you need to click the video on your screen right now. I reveal the 5 secrets to stopping the slip before it's too late. I'll see you in the garage over there.